So the shoulder's still giving you a little fits?
It's not too bad. I think we've been making some progress.
Okay.
First or second time I draw my bow, it's pretty darn tender.
All right. And you said the first time you did that rhomboid row, you got pretty sore, you said.
Yeah, I did.
As I talked to you the next day, and you're like, man, surprised that you got that sore.
Yep, certainly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we did a couple of those exercises, and I wound up pretty sore from all of them.
All right. Well, we're gonna do a little more strengthening for the middle of your back. Then we're actually gonna do some foam rolling today.
Cool.
And we're gonna see if we can't loosen that muscle up back there in your lats. Okay, we'll start with the rhomboid row here. Because Andrew is different, than a lot of guys that practice for 3 weeks before they go hunting.
Yeah.
You're shooting all year long.
Yeah, right, and only exercising half my body effectively.
Right. Okay, we'll start off with the underhand row. Concentrate on squeezing and rolling those shoulders back. So we're gonna sit you up a little taller. Good, then I want you to squeeze my fingers back here with your shoulder blades. Perfect, that's better. And the reason we're doing this here is he puts a lot of pressure on the back of his shoulder already. So we're gonna try to strengthen up the middle of his back here to help him pull that bow back. So he's not loading up just his shoulder here. So we want a good strong rhomboids and lower traps here. And all these exercises are gonna be just really good for his shoulder because they're a different motion than pulling his bow back. So he gets all these reps in with his elbow up here high. So we're gonna hit all different kinds of angles with the shoulder, try to strengthen it. Okay, so again, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna cross these over just like the crossover symmetry.
Yep.
You can use your bands, and also we can just use this weight stack. And again, I want you to roll those shoulders back. Good, leave those arms straight. So arms a little straighter, good. Perfect. Good, when you get those back, think about driving your shoulders down too. You gonna be shooting tonight?
Every day till season.
Every day, all right, good. Real good. We're gonna do some tees here next. So this is actually gonna work his posterior delt and still his rhomboids, the middle of his back as well. So we'll cross these again. Now we're gonna do some tees here. So arms about shoulder height, just slightly lower than your shoulder. Good, draw them back, squeeze, good. And there's that imbalance that we were talking about. So the way we're gonna take care of this, you can see the shoulder blade really sticks out here on the left side because he's always drawn his bow back on this side. So you can see the difference. He's a lot stronger and he's a little more developed on his right side than his left. See how this shoulder blade sticks out here? It's nice and flat here. And that's what we're doing that cable chest press for. Good. So now what we'll do is we're gonna do some Ys. So we worked our way from the top to the bottom. Again, now we'll crisscross these again. This will be the hardest one, so I'm gonna do more like a hammer fist on these. Good, now we'll tighten our core and our glutes so we don't extend our lower back. This is gonna be the easiest one to overextend your lower back, so you don't wanna push your pelvis forward. So keep your core tight and your glutes tight. Okay. And you're gonna bring them out in front of you into a Y. There you go, good job.
It was worse a couple weeks ago. Yeah, like the first or second time I draw my bow, it's not pleasant. This actually, like right there, I can feel it.
Yeah, right there.
Right there.
Right there, okay.
But it's like
it's more in the front, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what let's do is take a little break from this. You feel this one more than any other one?
In my shoulder,
in your shoulder, right? So what we're gonna do, let's lay you down on your side with your right shoulder down. So we're gonna lay your arm over this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna foam roll your lats here in your back of your shoulder. Okay. And what I want you to do is spend a little time here, rock back and forth, see if you can find a tender spot in your shoulder anywhere.
Yeah, that's tender right there.
Okay, right there. So go ahead and leave it there for a little bit. So we're gonna foam roll the back of your shoulder and then we'll stretch the front. And then we're gonna go back to that exercise and see if we can alleviate that pain. As soon as that pain subsides a little bit, what we'll do is then we're gonna start rolling it down your lat here a little bit and loosen up that lat. Because if your lat's really tight, that'll really inhibit your range of motion in your shoulder. So being that you work that shoulder all the time, I think it's just overworked. And so strength in the middle of your back is gonna be very important, of course. And then I think foam roll in the back of your shoulder because that muscle just gets used every single day.
Yep.
So we're gonna foam roll it, kind of get it loosened up. Okay, let's inch your way up a little bit lower on your lat. The foam roll is gonna end up about the bottom of his chest here when we're done. So important for you guys too, as much as you shoot, to take care of this in an early age and from the beginning. instead of
Yeah.
waiting until you're 40 or 50 years old.
Yeah, I never try to do anything really outside of shooting my bow to improve my strength and
Right.
improve my archery skills, but certainly there's things to be done. Yeah, it's not bad when I go this way, but this way.
And then if your shoulder's not sitting properly, I mean, it's gonna put a lot of stress on your bicep tendon up in there. Yeah, that's about as low as we're gonna go, and then you can
Okay.
roll it back to your shoulder slowly. We'll hit the back of your shoulder one more time. So what we'll do is we'll get up now, we're gonna go back to the Y
Okay.
cable there, and we're gonna see if we feel any difference in it. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't feel it.
Don't feel any pain? All right, it's pretty crazy, isn't it? Yeah, I was thinking about you a lot. I mean, you know, you're very strong through there, so we knew probably it wasn't the issue. It's just overworked.
Yeah.
So stretching it and foam rolling, it's gonna help keep it relaxed. So
Yeah.
it's not so tight all the time, right? World of difference?
Yep.
Yeah, good. And then by just going through all these steps, you know, we're not gonna pinpoint it right off the bat. So we gotta go through a bunch of different lifts, bunch of stretches until we get it figured out.
Okay.
So if you don't have a foam roller, you can grab a ball like this here. This guy here, and we can get up against a wall. Let's get you.
What do you got, a
over
cross
here.
ball?
Yeah, it's a little cross ball. What you can do, you can place it on the wall here, and then you can move it around and kind of dig it in there wherever you feel pain, in the back of your shoulder, get the side of your delt, so you can kind of move it around. And
when I find the pain, I should just stay on.
then we want to stay
keep
on, not
just
keep
let
rolling over it. When you find a tender spot, we're just going to leave it on there until the pain subsides a little bit.
Okay.
And if you don't find one, then we'll get your arm up. There you go. And you might have taken care of it already with the foam roller too. It's not a good way to get your lats with the ball, but the ball will definitely get the shoulder a little better than the foam roller will.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll hit the shoulder with the ball here, and then what we'll do is we'll set up a cable up here, simulate the drawing our bow back, and we'll see if you feel any pain. And so what we'll do, I mean, it's not going to feel much better today, but let's see what it feels like in a couple weeks. You know, start with 22 and get it warmed up. And you're trying to copy, aren't you, where your arm's at when you're drawing your bow back? Yeah. Because if we were working out, you know, we'd want your shoulder down, not so hiked up. But you're going to do this with your bow, aren't you?
Yeah, it's just advantageous to draw up here because I draw and I come right to my anchor point.
Right.
As opposed to like a lot of, you can draw a lot of different ways, but if you draw like cross body, you gotta take your bow and come up to anchor.
Right.
So this just like, you draw and you're like right in the spot. So I do draw with my elbow high.
Any pain when you do that?
Nope.
No. Good. I think that's good. We don't want to overdo that one, especially because you're going to be shooting a lot tonight. So.
Yep.
But you feel a difference.
Yeah.
So I think the foam rolling is the biggest key.
Working on that and the ball.
The rhomboids, yeah. Okay. Let's stick with that and we'll see what happens.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
You bet, bud.